What's up everyone? Alex here. Spider-Man and I have had a lengthy history with video games together. I remember first playing Spider-Man on the Sega Genesis and thought how cool it was to see web swinging realized in video games. Who would have known that I would eventually get to work on 2 Spider-Man games, one of which is the subject of another video coming soon. Shameless plug. With the release of Spider-Man for the PS4, the legacy of Spidey video games continues, and if you're unsure about getting this game, I want to share with you some of my favorite things about it. So here's 7 things that I like about Spider-Man PS4. Number 1. Web swinging. Before this game came out, there was plenty of talk about how the Spider-Man 2 video game, based on the movie, had some of the best web swinging mechanics in the history of Spider-Man games. With Spider-Man for PS4, web swinging was refined and simplified to a degree that it feels great and responsive. The developers compared the feeling that they wanted out of web swinging to riding a roller coaster. They also made some smart decisions about mobility in many other ways too, such as being able to catapult yourself from rooftop to rooftop, or even allowing you to easily change direction with the press of a button. It's these kinds of smart decisions that make the web swinging and city traversal super enjoyable. Number 2. Mary Jane. Mary Jane has often been the subject of numerous kidnappings and other kinds of victimizations in Spider-Man video games. So imagine my surprise that Spider-Man PS4 actually portrays Mary Jane in a completely different light. In this universe, Mary Jane works as an investigative journalist at the Daily Bugle, and she actually manages to assist Spider-Man in multiple ways. Mary Jane and Peter Parker have a complicated relationship in the game as well, and by the time we see her, all we know is that things didn't work quite well between the both of them. Independent, strong-willed, and very persistent, her portrayal in this game is my favorite iteration of the character across all of the Spider-Man media. Number 3. Otto Octavius. I've always been partial to the portrayal of a gentle, pre-villainous Doc Ock since Alfred Molina played the role in Spider-Man 2 the movie. Spider-Man PS4 has a similar treatment of Otto Octavius, portraying him as a kind and well-meaning soul whose business partner is out to take advantage of his numerous blind spots, over time increasing his frustration and aggravation towards them. You know he's going to turn into Dr. Octopus at any moment, but seeing his slow descent into villainy is heart-wrenching and painful, and I'll always wish there was something more I could do to prevent this from happening. Number 4. The combat and progression system. The first time I played Spider-Man PS4, I died a lot. The reason why this kept happening is probably because it was ingrained in me that the game played very similarly to the Batman Arkham series of games, thanks to numerous media insisting that the two were more than just similar. While the game borrows very much from said series, Spider-Man PS4's combat is much more mobile and kinetic than the former, allowing you to deliver swing kicks, juggle people in the air, or pull yourself towards enemies that might be too far. Add to that a progression system that ties itself with many of the city's collectibles and activities, and you've always got something to look forward to try out. It's Spider-Man combat fully realized, and Insomniac did a wonderful job of making sure that you're always making Spider-Man feel powerful the more you play the game. Number 5. The Collectibles. It's been proven time and time again that you can design collectibles in such a way that it's overwhelming. Assassin's Creed 2's 200 Feathers come to mind. With Spider-Man PS4, the collectibles are numerous, perhaps even eclipsing what Assassin's Creed 2 has. But collecting them is more than just rudimentary collecting things for collecting things' sake. Rather, each collectible is its own unique activity, and the collectibles for each aren't so numerous that they overstay their welcome. It also helps that seeking these collectibles help you with the game's upgrade system, providing you with the necessary points to get better equipment. There's also some collectibles that give you some interesting context about the universe the game is set in, like Spider-Man's backpacks that are scattered throughout the city. Thanks for making collectibles fun again, Insomniac! Number 6. The story mission design. Much of the early story missions in Spider-Man PS4 do a great job of ensuring you learn the ropes, or webs, first, before throwing you into more complex situations, and thank goodness it does. After the first hour of the game, the missions you obtain progressively increase in difficulty, ensuring you have the mastery of the gameplay by combining several mission types together. Either way you slice it, the blend of action the story missions give you always seems fresh somehow, and I'm always looking forward to the next one just around the corner. Number 7. The City. Say what you will about the crime rate in Spider-Man PS4's Manhattan, but there's no doubt that the people living in it love it. In fact, I've come to love it too in a different way. While traversing through the city, web-swinging from one end of Manhattan to another, collecting each collectible, and stopping crime from alley to alley, the city started feeling alive for me somehow. Maybe it's the building windows that look like there's actually rooms and offices and apartments in them, or maybe it's just how beautiful the game looks at night. But Spider-Man PS4's city is vibrant, with so many things to do that it's one of those virtual places that I'd love to visit every so often. And with the announcement of a New Game Plus patch coming, it's yet another excuse to revisit Spider-Man PS4's Manhattan. Spider-Man PS4 is a great game, and I encourage anyone who's got the money or time to pick it up. It's well worth playing. For the people who are playing the game though, I'd like to hear what your 7 things would look like. Post your reply in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel, then hit that bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. Lastly, follow me on Twitter at MyBacklogBattle for updates on upcoming videos, or if you just want to chat about video games. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful gaming week.